welcome to Bits and Pieces. I believe this is day 27 of my Pantry Challenge in No Buy Month. I did start 2 days before January, and just because I knew I could start away, I didn't want to go buy stuff to prepare for this. Just do it. I will continue through the end of January. I'm not going out on February 1st and buying groceries. I don't need to. I will probably continue the Pantry Challenge through February, but not necessarily the No Buy Month, because I want to go out with friends. I want a handful of other things that we just want to do. We have garden stuff we need to purchase, and because we're revamping the garden space, we received a lot of free what do you call them? Little concrete tiles for the yard that we're going to make a walkway with. My eventual goal is over the next few years to have no grass. It's probably going to take me about 4 or 5 years, but I'm going to get to that point that there's no grass in the backyard. But I wanted to talk a little bit about my accomplishments for this month so far. Today was a no-cook day, not because we're going out to eat, but because I have leftovers to finish off. Excuse me. But we have managed to use up a few things. My garden survived better than I thought. I was able to cover 2/3 of it. The lettuce, it was all uncovered today. The lettuce still looks like it needs to recover a bit. It's a little sketchy looking. But the carrots look great. The onion and garlic looks great. My spinach, even though it's still very tiny, looks like it's thriving. The garlic chives are dead, but they might come back in the spring. But the leaves as they are dead. I'm going to have to cut those. I'll see about doing a garden tour in the next few days. And I still have my indoor garden over there that's doing quite well. Although I'm pretty sure the dill and cilantro's just not going to make it. But I have reached one of my goals that was very important to me. I emptied out the garage refrigerator and turned it off today. It's done. I'll turn it back on and move it to freezer setting in a few days, and then move everything that's in the garage freezer into it and do a better, more thorough inventory and defrost that freezer. But there's only one unit out there working, which is great because my electricity has skyrocketed since I had the work done. I'm assuming it has something to do with the fact that there is a segment they were not able to complete because they were needing a part. Because it's exceeded way more than what you would expect just because the weather's been cold. But what I have gotten rid of, as well as emptying out a refrigerator, I used up the flour, but I went and bought more because I needed either bread or flour, and I got both that day. I used up all the eggs we had, and I went and bought more, thinking my wife would be home more the rest of this month than she is, but that's fine. We'll use them up in the next few weeks. I used up that heavy cream powder. I don't know if I'm going to buy any more of that. It was very handy for making pasta sauces and baking, but it wasn't. I originally bought it for the holidays thinking I could use it for whipping cream. It makes lousy whipping cream. I still have buttermilk powder though, and that's something I think I'm going to keep on hand so that I don't have to go buy a carton of buttermilk whenever I want to make biscuits. I'll just have that. I used up all the spaghetti, but I have more pastas. I've got shells and elbow noodles and spirals. I might even still have a bag of penne. I don't know. I got rid of several cans of fruits and vegetables, mostly vegetables. There's still, I think, a thing of mixed vegetables in there and several cans of beans and still some fruit, but there are no more peaches. That baked oatmeal used that up. I used up a whole jar of the home canned fig preserves. My wife had specifically asked for the whole figs and then really hasn't eaten much in the way of them. So I've been trying to figure out a way to use them up because a good third of the figs I preserved were the whole figs. I used up all the quick oats making bread. I still have a lot of rolled oats, but I have used enough of those that they are all fitting in one canister. So that's one less container. I went through a whole box of cream cheese. I think I'd opened it earlier today, was the last day for that, because I just mixed it with some peanut butter and made a sandwich out of it. I used up all that butternut squash and most of the fresh vegetables. The onions are gone, the potatoes are gone. I still have the sweet potatoes. Some are frozen, some are in the cabinet that are still in good shape. I still have a few carrots, but that big 6-pound bag has been mostly worked through. It's what my son likes to snack on. I've eaten a lot of the lettuce from the garden, salads on sandwiches, things like that. I still have enough to make a salad for my dinner tonight. And I still have growing in the garden indoors, and I'm hoping that this outdoors is going to recover, at least a portion of it. I used up the celery, I used up the lunch meat. There's even in the freezer. Excuse me. I do have 2 cans of tuna left over. I think I went through one. I used up most of that. That's all I can remember. If you saw something that I'm forgetting, please post it in the comments. As I said, February 1st, I'm not going to run out and go to the grocery store. I'm going to keep with a limited grocery budget. And I'm just thinking about food because there is going to be a Costco run because there are a few household items we need. And that's where we get the dog and cat food. And that's where my wife likes to get her steak. And me cooking steak is what we do in lieu of going out. So, and that usually costs us about $40. Excuse me. But we get a month's worth of steaks out of it. I know I'm going to need to buy sugar because I have only what fits in my sugar bowl right now. It's a large sugar bowl, but it's still, I think I've got like a 1.5 cups of sugar left. Plenty if I'm just going to drink coffee, but not enough if I'm going to be doing any kind of baking. But I'm thinking $80 is going to be sufficient for February, considering how little I used this month. There will probably be some eating out, socializing with friends kind of thing. But yeah, that's where we're at. And next month is going to be focusing on working on the garden. So we're going to be putting out trying to start building a walkway. I'm going to expand what was supposed to be the herb bed by replacing the 8-foot boards with 10-foot boards. So I'll have an extra 2 feet. And that will bring it all the way to the sidewalk there. And I'll take those 8-foot boards and expand the main garden bed and then put in another set of 2-foot boards. We still have those weird little connector bricks that we use for those. So that the 4 boards will all I need. And of course, I'm going to have to buy a lot of soil to build the raised beds, even though they are only 6 inches deep. I think that's about it. I will go ahead and post what I had, show you what I have eaten today for my no-cook day. I had some of the leftover baked peach oatmeal. I made a sandwich with that last of the cream cheese with some peanut butter and my homemade plum jelly. And dinner is the leftover squash pasta and a salad. And after I make that salad, I'll be done with the feta cheese too. We've used that up. But yeah, I appreciate any comments and what you think about how things have gone. If you have any ideas of how I could have done things better, I'm always open to that. But But thank you for taking the time to watch my videos and comment. I always appreciate the comments. But thank you.